Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Javier with The Real Javier Novoa, a channel, a platform, and a modality where we apply the principles of business, philosophy, mysticism, spirituality, and just good old common sense to rapid lifestyle transformation. This is a dynamic and fast-growing consulting, coaching, and educational platform that teaches you how to get off the prison grid, how to become your own boss, and how to take charge of your own schedule. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the times call for that. So I would invite you, first off, if you want to join an awakening community of master manifestors and of people who are serious about rapid lifestyle transformation, please subscribe to the channel. Not only will you get alerts for all of our daily videos, and you'll be joining a community of master manifestors, you'll also be helping us get the word out and get the algorithm in our favor. So please take a second to do that. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. And we have exciting news in this field. The rate of subscribers to this channel is taking off, and among them are famous teachers and consultants of business and in the field of law of attraction, law of assumption. We have many of the greats watching our videos. It's a very exciting time, and we did talk about it in the Facebook group. You can watch the video there in our Facebook group. It's very exciting how this is taking off, and there's a reason this is taking off. Because this message that we're giving resonates with the finest minds in the coaching and teaching industry, and it works. When you apply these principles, and we're applying them specifically to getting off the prison grid and becoming in charge of your own schedule, basically crafting your own life to enable you to create masterpieces in your life. This is resonating with people all over the world, of all cultures and of all faiths. So we're very excited about that. I have a big video for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. It's based on a few consulting calls, coaching calls that we did today and yesterday. And there seems to be the same underlying theme that is basically keeping people from taking the next step toward their intention, and it's keeping them from getting into the state of the intention. It's causing them to feel the lack of that and not enabling them to see the opportunities that are all around them. Indeed, it's not enabling them to tune into their intuition. That line of thinking is this: well, I'm really not sure what it is that I want. Or, if I choose this, I couldn't get it anyway, and I really need to try to find a path that I think I can get to. All of which are valid reasons, but all of which trip you up and get you vibrationally confused and tied in knots, and then hold your desire back in space and time. We're going to talk about that. And there's a simple word. And again, like many principles in this channel, it's like a metaphorical sword. And this is the sword of decision. You see, the word decision comes from the same word as cut. When you decide, you cut off the alternatives. Usually, what's keeping people from making a decision, a definite decision of what they want, is they believe that, oh, if I decide this, then I can't pursue these other things, or I will hold back some of my good because I don't know the path and I don't actually know what's good for me. But that's right there is stemming from a lack and a scarcity mentality. And that lack and scarcity mentality is coming from a lower vibration. So that is simply going to be thrown into the mix and keep you from what you want. That's why in this channel we don't emphasize going general. Although you're going to be going general, as Abraham Hicks talks about many times during the day when you're trying to adjust your vibration. But the main focus of this channel is first deciding exactly what you want and then focusing on that one thing. The great Handel, the author of The Master Key, talks about this. He says, if you decide one thing today and one thing tomorrow and you keep changing your outcome, well, you're going to keep attracting this garbled mass of non-outcomes. You're never going to get any outcome because, as the great saying goes, if you have no destination, you're not going to get there. what we encourage in this channel is what the great Napoleon Hill encouraged. First, decide exactly what you want. And if you have several decisions, we always recommend doing your research and trying to decide the best one that you think. But you really don't know. You, as a great business consultant said, you don't know what business you're in until you get started. Until you take the first step, nothing happens. So what you do is, in the case of 2 decisions or more that you can't decide on because they seem vibrationally just as bad or just as good, or they're mixed, just choose one. Because you don't have to make the right decision, because you can always make the decision right. And this may seem counterintuitive to many people who follow the law of assumption, the law of attraction. But because we know in this channel, as we've taught through our scale of being, about unity and that all is at root one, there's no contradiction. Therefore, there's no difference between taking this path and that path. You are the path. So all of your desires and all of your paths are available to you now in what you're able to see, in the aspects of them that you're able to see. And you're able to get any of them you want through no effort. So it's not about what you choose. It's not about what you decide. It's about the action of deciding. Why is that? Because when you focus, that is your power. Focusing in the now is your only and strongest power. So choose something to focus on, and then focus on it and line up with that. And it's going to be in the lining up with that emotionally that is going to open doors for you. For example, let me just give you a quick example here. Let's say someone's deciding to open a business, and they're asking themselves whether they should open a restaurant or a coffee shop. This is just a very simple example. And they're torn between that, because they know that both of them have benefits. They also know that both of them have certain disadvantages, but they can't really decide which one, and so they do nothing. And then they feel negative emotion about doing nothing. And what do we know about law of attraction? Your emotion is symbolizing or signifying to you your vibration. Therefore, if you're in a bad emotion, you're not on vibrational resonance to what you want. But by holding yourself in indecision, you're holding yourself in negative emotion. So if that person would just flip a coin and say, choose the coffee shop, then he starts moving forward toward the coffee shop. And he utilizes the principles and the processes that we give in this channel to align with the coffee shop. Any negative emotions they has, he focuses on what he can focus on, and he goes general on those things that cause the negative emotions. And then a path will open up to him, and then perhaps he may be guided down that same path to open a restaurant, or perhaps he may be guided not to do any of them and to start trading, or something like this. Whatever is ideal for him, ideal for you, ideal for your vibrational makeup, for your personality type, will be revealed to you. All you have to do is decide. But you need to make a decision and then line up with that decision. The other and more general aspect of deciding is when you figure out what it is that you want, and when you have that desire fleshed out, you need to decide that you already have it and that you are it. And this is perhaps the most important aspect of this discussion. And when you decide that you have it and you are it, by that decision, you're cutting out any inputs that come in from the environment that tell you that you don't have that. You doubt those inputs. You observe them, and if it's something that you need to adjust on the physical, you adjust it, but you don't allow them to penetrate your psyche. You stand at the guard of your psyche, so to speak. As Neville Goddard talks about Simon Peter, that symbology. And you do not allow in any information that contradicts what you desire. You seal yourself. This is what the great entrepreneurs, the great inventors, people like Elon Musk and others, Thomas Edison, once they conceived of the idea, and once they got specific about what they desired and got into that state, then they seal themselves. and they do not allow inputs that contradict that to come in, and then they single-mindedly focus on that and take whatever action is inspired to pursue that, and they know that they have it interiorly, and very soon, and to the chagrin perhaps of others, it shows itself in the physical. But that takes making a decision. That takes deciding on yourself, betting on yourself, knowing that you are it, and not listening to anything that comes from the outer that says that you can't have that. And now when you do that, you will take steps on the outer to what you desire. Because if you don't take any steps and you feel negative emotion due to that, in that lack of action is something implicit, some implicit thought that says, I do not really have that, or I cannot have that. So that doubt, you need to allow that to work itself out. And the easiest way is to focus on another aspect of your desire that you can easily align with. So for example, if you're not getting funding or financing for your business, and you're trying to do that, and you don't know what step to take, then focus on another aspect of the business. How am I going to create my marketing campaign or my flyers? I don't care about I don't have the financing now, but I don't care about that. I can still take action on this other moving part. And when you do that, you free up your energy, and then the financing will come from a place that you don't expect. So, focus and make the decision. And it's the decision that is going to open the path up to you. So do it, be it, decide it, and then you will have it. Thank you so much for watching. We are doing coaching calls where I take you hand in hand through this modality, and you will make more progress in weeks and months than some people do in years. We are focused here on getting you free from a job and a boss within 6 months to a year. So do email me. I will put my email in the description, and please do subscribe to the channel. Until very soon, we have a lot of exciting videos coming out this week, starting tomorrow. More detailed actions that you can take to get independent of the prison grid to rapidly transform your life. So until very soon, with great love and appreciation, this is Javier. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.